Welcome back, guys. In this video we are going to create these kind of animations using CSS. I'm not going to create all of these, but I will show you that how you can create your own animation using CSS. So also at the end of this video I will provide you the source code of this page as well, so that you can use these animation in your own website. So let's get started. I have created a new folder over here, and in this folder I have created a new file index.html. So this is the basic structure of index.html, and now inside this, first of all, I will create a div, and let's say style equal to flex wrap. Basically the purpose of flex wrap is to make this whole div responsive. If we reduces the size, as you can see, it is still responsive. So this is the purpose of using flex wrap. So now also I will say padding, let's say 30 pixel, and inside this div I will create all of my buttons. First of all, I will create a button over here, and I will say style and margin, let's say 20 pixel, and I will assign a class to this button. So let's say class equal to button, and here I will write the name of my animation. I will say bounce element. So first of all, let's style this button. So I will write here span and bounce animation. And now it is time to style this particular button. First of all, let me open this in my browser so that I can see. So now as you can see, our button has been created. So first of all, I will design this button, and then I will add animation to this particular button. So let me make this button like these buttons. So I will use the class button over here, this one. Let me add a style tag over here, and inside this style tag I will use class button, and let's say border none, outline none, background black, and let's say the color will be sky blue, and the padding 10 pixel and 24 pixel. Also the cursor will be pointer, and a little bit of transition over here. So I will say transition transform 0.3 seconds, and also a box shadow 0.3 second, background 0.3 second. So also I will add a border radius of 7 pixels. So let me save this and refresh my page. So as you can see, our button is ready. Now it is time to add some animation on this button. So first of all, I have written a bounce animation over here. So I'm going to create this animation in this button. So to add a bounce animation, I will use this class bounce element. So first of all, we will use keyframes over here. So I will write @keyframes, and I will name it as bounce, and inside this keyframe I will set some points, let's say 0% and 20%, 50%. You can assign the point according to your own choice, and 100%. And now I will say transform translate y 0, and also I will say in 40% it should be transform. Let me copy this one, and I will say 30%. Let's say minus 30%. And now for 60%, I will copy this and I will say 15% over here. So now I will use this class bounce element and I will say animation, and I will use this bounce over here, and I will set 2 second and infinite. What this infinite will do, this will repeat this again and again. So let me refresh this. I think there is some error in my code. So let me see. Yes, I haven't used pixel over here, so I have to use 15 pixel. Now let me refresh my page, and as you can see, our animation is ready. So this is the same animation like this one. So now we have one animation ready, which is bounce. So now it's time to create a second animation, that is pulse animation. So to do this, I will copy this whole button and paste it over here, and I will say this as pulse element, and I will rename it as pulse animation. And because we have the same class over here, so the button will be designed same. So as you can see, we have the similar button over here, but we want different kind of animation in this button, so that's why I have used this class. So now let me create keyframes for pulse as well. So I will copy this, or I will create new one. I will say at the rate of keyframe, and I will say pulse. And now inside this pulse, I will assign different rules. So I will say transform scale, let's say 1, and I will copy this and paste it two more times, and I will say 50% and 100%. And here I will say, let's say 1.1, and then again 1. So it will move a little bit forward and then again came to its original position 1. So let me refresh this. We have to do one more step. We have to include this pulse in our class. So I will copy this, this one, dot pulse element, and here I will say animation and pulse. So if I refresh this page, so as you can see, we have another very nice animation over here. So now it is time to create this fade animation. So basically this is not working right now because we haven't used infinite in this one. So if I refresh this page, so as you can see, it was fade at the beginning and then it appears. So this is the animation. This is called fade animation. So we are going to create this one. So to create this, first of all, I will copy this button and I will paste it over here, and let's say fade animation, and I will name it as fade element or fade in element, because this is fade in. We have another property fade out as well. That's why I'm using fade in here. So I'm going to copy this fade in, and I will say animation fade in 1 second. So now let me create this fade in keyframe. I will create keyframe over here. I will say keyframes fade in, and from opacity let's say 0, and I will copy this to opacity 1. So what this will do, it will at the beginning it will be 0, its opacity will be 0. So actually opacity means that it will be hidden at the start. So then after 1 second its opacity will become 1, so it will be visible. So this is the animation, fade in animation. So if we refresh this page, as you can see, our button was hidden by default, but when we refresh this, as you can see, we have a fade in animation over here. If I increase this time, let's say I make it 5 seconds, so you will see the difference. So as you can see, our button appears after 5 seconds. So this is the second or third animation that we have made. So now it is time to make another animation, which is slide in left animation. So this is a very simple animation. So I will copy this part, and I will say slide left, and here I will use this class dot slide left, and I will write this code later on. First of all, I will create a keyframe. So to create a keyframe, I will use keyframes, and I will say slide in left, and here I will say from transform translate from, because we want this to appear from left side, so that's why I'm using left. And here I will use 2, and now I will say transform translate x0, and I will add this slide in left animation in my class. So this is my class, so I will say animation slide in left and 1 second. So if I refresh the page, so as you can see, we have another button over here, but let me rename it, and I will say slide in left animation. So if I refresh the page, as you can see, our slide in animation has been created. So what if we add infinite over here? Let's see what happens. So let me copy this infinite and paste it over here. So if I refresh this, as you can see, we have an infinite slide over here. So that's why I haven't added infinite over here, because it's not looking good in this animation. So it's totally up to you. You can play with the things, and you can update the code as well. So all the animations are almost same. We have to create keyframes for all of these, and you can write your own logic according to your own choice. So I'm not going to create all of these. You can create all of these with the same logic. You have to create keyframe for all of these. But if you want the whole source code of these animation, you can simply come to my website, which is snipbyte.com, and here you can go to the projects tab, and you can search for animation. So as you can see, I have this project written over here. So if you open this, you can see the live preview of that particular project, as you can see. Also, I have list the name of all the animation that we have created over here, and this is the whole source code of the animations which we are using. So as you can see, we have too many keyframes over here. So you can simply copy this and paste it over here. Let me replace the code. So if I paste it and refresh my file, so as you can see, I have all the animations that are given over here. So I hope that you will like this video, and it will be helpful for you. So I will see you next time with a new project. Thank you.